So congratulations to J-Rock Williams. He proved a lot of doubters wrong. And J-Rock, that's my guy, man. I was rooting for him from the jump ever since he turned pro. And he looked like something special. Even before he lost to Charlo, he haven't lost a round since, up to that fight, and then he fought, obviously, Charlo, and it was a bad experience, but as like a true champion, he bounced back from a loss. Minor setback for a major comeback, and he came back and won 2 belts. Now he's the unified champion of the world. So, at the end of the day, congratulations to my brother. Another Muslim brother won a championship, especially during Ramadan, and now he could fast in peace without worrying about training camp and all that. But at the end of the day, the fight was the fight of the year so far to me, and J-Rock Williams, man, he showed. I mean, he looked like the undefeated J-Rock Williams to me. When he fought Charlo, maybe the nerves got to him, and Charlo, he got a lot of power and a lot of snap, even with that jab. But with Hurd, he got power. However, his defense is a little sloppy. And shit, J-Rock Williams took him to school when it come to that. It don't matter if he was in the outside or the inside, but J-Rock Williams had a hell of a game plan. Shout out to his trainer, because he stayed close to him. He smothered a lot of his punches, and that's why in boxing, positioning is such an important part, because just like Floyd Mayweather, he was able to dominate, the sport for like 20 years because of positioning. He always at the right spot at the right time, always countering his opponent. It don't matter if he was in the outside or inside, he was always in the right position. Even Errol Spence now, you see him fighting in the inside, but he knows where to position his body, his head, where he could always counter. He creates space to punch and smother his opponent work, and that's what J-Rock Williams did last night. I mean, it was just beautiful, man. Using his shoulder to push Hurd off of him slightly, then sniping him with a right hand. That was just honest with you. And them uppercuts, them hooks, and he had full extension on him, short. That's what they teach you at the gym, actually. Short, hard left hooks and uppercuts, and he showed why he was why people was talking about him when he first turned pro, why he was special. And like I said, he didn't lose a round till he fought Charlo, and it's just a minor setback for a major comeback, because as a true champion, you got Muhammad Ali showed that, and J-Rock Williams proved that tonight. A lot of people picked against him. I'm not gonna come here and act like I saw it coming. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Boxing Brain? For sure, man. J-Rock gave him the work, man. Shit, he wasn't ready for that type of business though. Hurd, man, his defense sloppy, man. He gotta do something about it. You can't be out here eating all type of punches, waiting for your opponent to get tired. That's not gonna work with everybody, especially at this level. You saw what Hurd did. He just basically smothered. He was willing to fight Hurd in the inside. See, a lot of people, they try to stay in the outside, and Hurd himself is a huge 154 pounder. So even if you stay in the outside trying to box the man, he still could land and do some damage himself. And he got a hell of a chin, and he's so big for the weight where he could take punishment. But J-Rock, he had hell of a game plan, and he stayed close to him, and he actually backed Hurd most of the fight. I mean, he hurt him a couple times, man. A couple times the whole night, really. And that 12th round, he came correct, even though he was already winning the fight, but he came in the 12th round like he was losing the fight. And he was hitting Hurd with everything but the kitchen sink. Like I said, Hurd, man, he got to tighten up on that defense. But regardless, That's what got him here. You know, what got him here is the fact that he's able to take this kind of punishment and come back. You know, he even did it versus Thompson when he fought him. You know, when he fought Harrison was winning the fight really, and then he ended up stopping him late. Lara was winning the fight early, and then he stayed in the pocket too much. But like I said, Lara doesn't feel comfortable in the inside like J-Rock Williams does. I mean, J-Rock Williams with his head movement and the way he boxed last night, and it's gonna be hard to beat J-Rock, even Charlo twin. So, but Charlo, he got his own business. He got a rematch he got to take care of. But that's why you can't wait too long to make a fight happen, because at the end of the day, I mean, shit, you don't know if both fighters gonna keep on winning. Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather should have been a perfect example. I mean, Floyd was able to stay winning, but like at the end of the day, y'all saw what happened to Pacquiao. He lost to Bradley. They got knocked out by Marquez. Then the fight lost steam for a second or two, and then Pacquiao had to do something to impress the fans. But at the end of the day, like I said, you know, y'all, I know promoters and networks want to promote a pay-per-view fight, but at the end of the day, if both fighters fight on the same network, they should have been fought. You know, now both of them done lost to fighters they supposed to win. You know, I mean, Hurd, he was supposed to win this fight. I mean, he was a 7-1 favorite. Like I said, J-Rock came in and put on a masterpiece. The way he outboxed Hurd last night, shit, he didn't, and it wasn't a boring fight. Like I said, it was the fight of the year actually. So Hurd got a lot of work on. I don't even know if he should take a rematch. He most likely got a rematch clause, but at this rate, I don't see him doing anything really in the rematch, because what failed him is his defense. He need to work on the defense. I mean, Floyd showed why defense is so important, because every fighter that, most likely, if two fighters fight, the fighter with a better defense will always win, unless the other fighter has a huge advantage, such as like a lot of power and the other fighter lacks a little of skill or speed or whatever. But you know, defense wins fights at the end of the day, especially at a championship level where both fighters got power, where both fighters got the right amount of speed. You know, at that level, almost everybody got a good speed and good timing. So, you know, normally the fighter with better defense win fights. So you never know. The shit, if Charlo's able to beat Harrison, we might see Charlo versus J-Rock Williams. Or if he can't, then hey, we're gonna see the two fighters that upset it, the supposedly upcoming stars, fight each other. You know, but I think if Charlo is able to, the twin Charlos, Jamel Charlo, if he's able to pull the win off, I think he has a fight in June or July, then he's gonna be able to they're gonna be able to sell that fight, because Williams is a two-time world champion now. He lost to his bigger brother. He not necessarily his older brother, because they twins, but he is bigger physically, and you can see that with their physique. So you know, it's gonna be nice to see, you know, them fight it out, and then J-Rock Williams gets a chance to redeem himself. And in my opinion, Jamal Charlo is the little better fighter. He's a little bit better than Jamel Charlo, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, you never know with boxing. But congratulations to J-Rock Williams. I mean, he proved himself tonight. You don't gotta give him respect. You have to give him respect. Shit, he demanded respect with that type of performance. I mean, shit, he was asking for all the smoke. He came to fight. Hurd, man, his mindset coming into the fight, talking about, oh, you know, you lost, and you know, you're not confident, blah blah blah. You know, he had the wrong mindset to begin with. You see that during the face-off and shit. Yeah, I talking about, you know, you nervous. You don't want to be here. I mean, like, trust me, he wanted to be there. He been waiting for this moment. I mean, he didn't let the Charlo loss get to him, and he proved that champions could bounce back. I mean, at the end of the day, Bernard Hopkins lost his second fight as a pro, and then he lost to Bernard Hopkins wasn't a great fighter. He just lost to another great. But if he had a weak mindset where he decided to quit, or he let that affect him, he wouldn't have been a legend and became the oldest champion of all time, winning a title and still fought till 50 years old. It's like unheard of, man. You know what I'm saying? He didn't beat Father Time because it eventually caught up to him. He really pushed it. I mean, you out here 50 years old, man. You're old enough to be my grandpa. You out here still fighting these young cats. But I mean, at the end of the day, Hopkins proved that you could always come back, man. And you never know who you fight. So we never know. I mean, Jamal Charlo, if he gets the Canelo fight, maybe he stopped Canelo. Maybe if he gets the Golovkin fight, he might stop Golovkin. So, like I said, you don't know who you fighting and how great they are. So it ain't like J-Rock lost to a bum, or you know, he was a prospect and he was on the come up and he lost to another prospect. He fought a world champion that was proven. People don't like to give Jamal Charlo his props because of their attitude, whatever. And you know, I think the Charlo brothers could take a lesson or two as far as how to conduct themselves after the fight, because you know, you gotta have some type of sportsmanship. And the way J-Rock, William, and Hurd behaved after the fight, man, was just a class act, man. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to them brothers, you know. And like I said, they were very humble, both of them, in winning and defeat. So, you know, you don't want to shit on nobody that already lost. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what was said, unless it was to a point where somebody was racist and, you know, was saying all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Why you out here holding grudges and shit? It's a fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Before the fight, he's supposed to feel like he's better than you. Before the fight, he's supposed to talk shit. But after the fight, after we see the results, you know, you're supposed to shake each other's hand. From all I know, even street fights are like that. You know, some people become best friends after an ass whooping. You know what I mean? So, like I said, at the end of the day, you know, I like Charlo brothers, but man, they gotta cut it out with that. Even, you know, Jamel Charlo talking about after he fights Harrison for the rematch, he won't shake his hand after the fight. He told him, "Don't come shake my hand." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't even like that, you know. Harrison, he out here fighting for his family too. You know, I mean, he do this for a living. Like, put you in his shoes. Jamel Charlo should know better because he in his shoes. He a fighter too, so he supposed to know how it feels. You know what I mean? Win or lose, you gotta be humble and win it or defeat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure, man. Boxing brain, I agree on that, man. At 154, you don't know who gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Like, period. But I mean, I don't know if PBC gonna work with Golden Boy, but yeah, what's that guy named Munguia? You know, he a good fighter too, but he do lack defense as well. So, you know, but you never know. Like I said, we don't know who's gonna win until they get in the ring. That's why we gotta see Errol Spence versus Crawford. That's why we gotta see Errol versus Thurman. That's why we gotta. I mean, people could favor Errol, but we still gotta see these fights. Wilder versus Joshua. Joshua versus Tyson Fury, man. These guys gotta get in with each other. You know what I'm saying? What's up, David Streets? Yes, sir, man. I had to change it, man. You know what I'm saying? The last name wasn't appropriate, so I had to change it to Aki TV. Shout out to all my Akis out there. It means my brothers, you know what I'm saying, in Arabic. So, you know, I had to be a little more creative. Three through. What's up, man? Yes, sir, man. I thought that was gonna affect him slightly, But I guess not, man. Like I said, he came correct, man, and he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out, like I said, to J-Rock for pulling it off, for all the Muslims brothers out here, man. He made us proud. Real talk, man. I mean, he put on a hell of a performance, and he dominated his opponent. I mean, he didn't. Hurd did his thing too. He showed why he's a champion. He didn't back down. He didn't let it get to him. But like he said after the fight, he was just the better fighter at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out here driving and shit. But yeah, man, they need they should have fought before Ramadan. I don't know why they waited till Ramadan to fight. Like I said, I really thought that was gonna affect J-Rock Williams. But shit, Allah was on his side this time, so all you need is a prayer, really. Yeah, man. Man, Hurd, he like I said, I respect him for conducting himself like a champion. He didn't make no excuses. He just said basically J-Rock was the better man tonight, and that's how you're supposed to do it. Like I said, I mean, nobody like to lose in life or in the ring, So that's why I said Charlos, they gotta be humble and winning, especially if you win, man. If you won, you already proved the point. You don't even gotta say much. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I knock somebody out, I'll be like, man, shit, my knockout speaks for me. My performance speaks for me. So I ain't about to come out here and you know what I'm saying? Especially after somebody takes an L, you don't want to, put them down even more. You know what I'm saying? You might destroy them mentally, Social media nowadays, they make you feel like a loss is such a big thing, I mean, back in the day when the best fought the best, somebody got to lose. You know what I'm saying? So when two fighters at the top, somebody have to lose. Especially if they 50-50 fights. So at the end of the day, ain't nobody perfect. You know what I mean? But I guess Floyd Mayweather, man, shit. Floyd Mayweather made it hard for these boys, man. Yeah, I had winning perfect records and shit. But anyways, I gotta use the GPS. I didn't got lost. I'm out here talking, and I didn't got lost in the sauce. Oh, never mind. I think I know where I'm at. But at the end of the day, now we got to see the winner of Charlo and Harrison versus J-Rock Williams. I don't know if they're gonna do a rematch. Like I said, I don't think Hurd won a rematch right now, man. He got to work on a lot of things. He got to work on his defense, especially. I mean, creating space in the inside. J-Rock had the same distance he had, but he knew how to create little spaces. Like, he knew how to be in the right position. He knew where to place his head. And I mean, Hurd was looking lost in there. He looked like he didn't never seen this before. But to beat Hurd, you got to be comfortable to fight in the inside, because even if you're a great boxer and you like to fight on the outside, he will always make it hard for you when he pressure you. But if you beat him in his own game, and that's what J-Rock did, I mean, at the end of the day, that's the way to beat somebody like Hurd. Yeah, man, they didn't fight each other. Like I said, they waited too long, and they fucked around and lost on a huge payday, man. I mean, Hurd could still, he's still an exciting fighter, but at the end of the day, I mean, he lost 2 belts, and like I said, I don't know if he could even regain the belts. But, I still want to see the Hurd versus Charlo, but we'll see, man. Maybe the winner and the loser versus Charlo and Harrison could fight the winner and the loser versus Hurd and J-Rock. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Versus Hurd, you can't just box all night. You got to get in there and grind it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and that's what J-Rock did. He backed the man up and he did his thing. Hold on, man. Let me see if I could pause real quick. Oh, but Charlo, he at 160 though. I mean, boxing brain, we could see his brother though. You know, so I lost connection for a little bit, but like I said, Lubin, man, I feel like Lubin has great potential, but he just was too. I think the moment got to him, and he probably froze up, and he made a huge mistake early, and it got clapped. But at the end of the day, I ain't trying to make excuses for nobody. Charlo won the fight, and I gave him all the props. But you know, I feel like Lubin could make a comeback, and if he gets a title shot, maybe he could get a title shot versus J-Rock Williams. That'd be a great fight too. 3 through. You change your channel name too, man. But yeah, I know. I was losing connection, man. I had a bad area. I'm heading to work and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ramadan Barak to all my brothers out there. You know what I'm saying? We gotta grind. Wake up early and work. It's all right. So I'm gonna watch the fight again. So I got something to do today. Huh? Stop playing. Yes, sir. That's how you fight the champion if you want to be a champion. You can't go out there and try to look too pretty. Sometimes you got to dog it out. David Streets. Yeah, I agree. Lara, he lost his legs. And like I said, Lara is the top fighter. He a great boxer, man. I mean, I never question Lara IQ and his, you know, and his intelligence in the ring. But one thing about Lara that I saw from day one is that he's not comfortable in the inside. And like, that's one thing you have to be when you fight Hurd. Because Hurd would have always gave Lara problems, but Lara chose to stay in the pocket and dog it out and fight him, which was, he was doing well. It's not like he can't fight at all. He's just not comfortable. And, you know, that's due to his head movement. You know, Lara, he kind of like Amir Khan, he relies on footwork too much for defense. But when you're in the pocket, obviously you're not using your footwork. You got to use, you know, parrying punches, blocking punches. You know, your upper body movement got to be on point. That's why Canelo could fight in the inside and gave Golovkin hella problems. Golovkin, if you fight him in the inside and you got great upper body movement, you will always give him problems. Yes, sir, man. Well, shit, you saw it coming, man. 3 through, man. Like I said, I didn't even. Shit, J-Rock, my man. But eventually, I thought Hurd would get to him as far as stamina. But J-Rock, he was throwing the right punches. Every time he threw, he really made it count. And he made Hurd miss a hell of a punches. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Hurd, really, all them punches he was throwing wasn't doing no damage. And he was missing a whole lot. He got great stamina, but shit, if Errol Spitz would have moved up, he would have gave him the same problems. But I just wonder now how the Charlo fight with Hurd will have turned out, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Charlo fights at the outside, but, you know, he got hell of a punch, so that would have been a great fight, but I guess we ain't going to see that. Yeah, well, shit, I don't question his chin no more. You know, I don't think nobody does. I mean, after last night, like I said, at the end of the day, Jamal Charlo, man, he could punch, you know, and I know he caught him with a jab too, but Charlo been dropping people with jabs. I think Charlo, in my opinion, got the best jab in the game, but sometimes when you gifted like Charlo is, you don't even exploit different things, and as far as like your skill level, you don't get to use them as much, so you end up slacking on that. So when you fight somebody that actually could take your punch and fight back, you know, mentally you gotta adjust too. So like I said, yeah, what's his name? Who you talking about? You talking about Charlo? Yeah, Charlo. I feel like he got the best jab in the game. Errol Spence got a good jab too. I ain't gonna front. And he got a very active jab. But Charlo, he just need to mix his jab up with combinations. I feel like he need to throw hooks off of it more often, and you know, left hook, right hand, which he doesn't do much. But like I said, you know, shit, Charlo, he the man, and that he proved it. People say Charlo didn't fight nobody. It's a reason why Charlo is ducked at 160. It's because people don't want no smoke for a reason. They know what's up. Man, Pacquiao versus Thurman. Look, man, I'll make a video on that, but Lopez was able to hurt Thurman. If that same Thurman shows up, because Thurman is like Lara in a way, he's not comfortable in the inside. We know Thurman got a lot of power, right? But Thurman, you don't see him in the pocket fighting and dog it out. You never see that shit. Thurman always on his feet, and with all the power he got, you would think he would sit in the pocket and sit down a couple punches and try to do some damage. But he always on the move. And versus Lopez, I mean, your boy Berto knocked out Lopez. I thought Lopez was washed up. I ain't gonna front. And the dude almost stopped Keith Thurman. So Pacquiao is, even at this age of his career, he way better than a Lopez, in my opinion. Like, I mean, offensively, defensively, speed-wise, experience-wise. So I just don't. If it's the same Thurman that showed up in the Lopez, Pacquiao just gotta wait for the right moment, and he probably could finish him. But I don't know. I will favor Keith Thurman slightly at this moment, but I just gotta see mentally where he at. You know, he could talk a good game, but it's like we don't even believe him no more. Like, it ain't that same energy. It ain't even that same mindset. Ever since Errol Spence came to the scene, it's like, you know, he changed his goals. You know, I remember Keith Thurman was talking about he want to be a legend, he want to be this, he want to be that. But as soon as Errol Spence and Crawford popped up, it's like he changed his whole mindset, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pacquiao's still good, and I feel like he a huge threat. Man, Pacquiao didn't take that fight for no reason, man. Pacquiao saw something. He like, man, if that dude could hurt him, if I get a chance like that, I'm putting his ass out. But Keith Thurman knows how to survive. He a dog in there, don't get me wrong. It's just that he doesn't feel comfortable fighting in the inside for some damn reason. Oh yeah, you think, oh shit, you think Keith Thurman gonna knock him out cold? Like I said, yeah, I mean, Pacquiao, he gonna wait for that right moment. He could fuck around and have that Marquez moment all over again, because trust me, Thurman do hit way harder than Marquez, and he got good timing. He got good timing, and he could fight southpaws. Especially with his footwork, he would give Pacquiao hella problems. But I'm just saying his mindset and shit, man. Like I said, he made Lopez look like a goddamn monster in there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That could backfire for real, because he out here gonna be thinking about that Lopez shit. Fuck around and get caught. I don't know about if Keith Thurman gonna quit though, because, you know, I feel like Thurman got the heart of a champion. I just feel like he the type of fighter who don't feel comfortable in the inside, period. You know what I mean? He a type of fighter, he like, man, shit, leave me alone. Let me do my thing in the outside. I'm gonna try to pop shot, land a hard punch every now and then to keep my opponent honest and to keep him away from me. And that's just his game plan. I mean, when he was on the come up, he had too much power for them cats. So, you know, it didn't look like that. And then when he started moving, people were like, oh shit, you know, Thurman, he could actually box. But then you seen it, that's what he really does, is actually move around. He got good stamina to move around for 12 rounds. But that's why he don't throw punches in the later rounds, because he be moving too goddamn much. Well, shit. I feel like, yeah, he was definitely hurt, man, versus the Lopez fight. But I don't know if it was enough to stop it, but you know, shit. Sometimes you got like a guy like Thurman when Lopez wasn't supposed to, I mean, when Lopez, you know, he was in there, he was brought in to get knocked out. They ain't gonna stop that fight. Shit, even if Thurman get put down and can't beat the count, they gonna let that shit go on. Gonna be some fairy shit versus Wilder. Fuck that. Man, he should have knocked him out in the second round. I forgot when he dropped him. Was it like early, but or like later in the round? But I mean, he should have stopped Lopez, man. I mean, if Berto could stop Lopez, I honestly, I was like, man. Well, after I watched the fight, I was like, man, is Lopez on some shit? I started questioning that protein thing they be taking and shit. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, he was supposed to walk through Lopez. Lopez had nothing for him, you know, skill-wise, IQ-wise, defense-wise, footwork-wise. You know, Lopez has one thing. He comes to fight. I don't give a damn who it is. You know what I'm saying? He did that with Ortiz, with Canelo. No matter who he fights, he got a great heart. He will always keep coming. But, shit, I respect him for that, too. Real talk. Yeah, like I said, he getting older, and he needs to start relying on fighting in the inside more. I mean, Floyd Mayweather was hella of a mover. I mean, when I remember watching Floyd Mayweather when he was Pretty Boy, I mean, he would move and box like he was floating on water. I mean, the way he was moving and punching and countering. But then when he came back after 2-year layoff, he was fighting in the pocket, not even using or utilizing his footwork. People thought he lost it, even though he still got it. But through all the experience, he learned, you know what I'm saying, how to sit in the pocket and be comfortable and beat fighters in their own game and make them miss in the inside. And like I said, Thurman, he need to employ that in his game. I mean, he just can't fight in the inside, period. And I feel like it's something it's not something you could learn, something you got to get adjusted to and comfortable. You know, and Thurman been there, done that. He out here in the gym 24/7, I believe, right now. So he better get that going. Yeah, people thought, like I said, they thought Floyd's leg was gone, but it was never gone. He was just comfortable fighting in the inside. You know, he could beat fighters staying in the pocket. He like, man, why I gotta move? But versus Maidana, he like, fuck this shit. This motherfucker keep hitting me in the balls, doing all type of shit to win. I ain't got time for that. I'm out here. I'm gonna be on my P's and Q's. Man, shit. Mike Don at one point of the fight, man, he tried to knee his ass. I was like, damn. It's like that. And the referee, man, look. If it's a low blow, like last night, there was a couple low blows, but it don't count. You know what I'm saying? Cause like it's not intentional. It's unintentional. You know what I'm saying? Like. But with Maidana, that shit was, he did that shit like on purpose. So when you see that, you automatically deduct a point because he's doing it on purpose. As he's not hitting him on the leg, he hitting him straight in the on his nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like he really wanted to get disqualified, like the way he was fighting, and he will do it. And Floyd Mayweather will react, and the referee kept it. You know, he let it go on. I mean, I was like, damn. Knowing Floyd Mayweather was the A side and such an A side, like you would think like the referee at that level, he was like, man, look, man, you do that shit again, I'm taking the point off. I mean, he only took a point off when the dude went on some UFC shit and tackled him. I was like, damn, that shit, I thought I was watching UFC. Yeah, Garcia, man, Garcia be telling him his fighters to do all type of shit. Like shit, he bit his gloves at one point. I think that was the second fight, though, I believe. He got frustrated because of the movement. But Maidana, one thing that beats Maidana is footwork, man. He cannot fight somebody who knows how to move. Yes, sir. Jamal 309. You already know. Shit, he did his thing. Why he won't fight Mengia? I feel like that'd be a good fight for him. I don't know why would he say that. I mean, to be honest with you, I want to see that fight. But I mean, after he fights Charlo and Andre, but that's a good fight for him, like a tune-up fight. I feel like he gonna piece the hell out of that dude, cause defensively he got poor defense. You know, he's just at 154. He's really huge for that weight, and like if he fight J. Rock Williams, he will get pieced up as well. Man, Hurd versus Mongia will be a great ass action fight. That should be some Gotti shit. For real, shit. That's good information. That's another video. Yes, sir. Canelo versus Boo Boo. I wonder who gonna win that shit. But I mean, Andre. What's up, fam? Huh?
So it's raining.
Yes, sir. They got money for war, but can't feed the poor.
Been like that for a long time.
Yes, sir. What up, Joe? Bruh, Joe, listen. Man, what's his name? He need to quit that shit. Mikey Garcia need to quit that shit. That boy got his ass beat. I ain't talking about he hurt. What? What up? He injured his hand. His hand. What hand? He couldn't land with that punch. It don't matter if his hand was broken or not. Mikey Garcia couldn't even land the right hand. He landed the right hand here and there, but goddamn, what are you talking about? You broke your right hand. How? You missed the whole night. It's like we back to that Pacquiao shit. Oh yeah, I hurt my right hand. Bro, you missed with your right hand all night. How the fuck you broke your right hand? Like, it's stupid as hell. I mean, like I said, dude, Errol Spence, the first 5 rounds, he didn't even bully the guy. He really beat him in his own game. He like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm gonna go out box his ass for talking shit. I ain't trying to see that shit, just like Max. Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying. Margarito shit ain't gonna work, man. And Mongia, that's how he fights, really. Now, for real, I think I heard Mikey, I don't know if he said that, but I heard he wanted the rematch, which is, I'm like, I think he's trying to save face after an ass whooping like that. But, God, man, just take an ass whooping and go home, bro. Like, fight Lomachenko, man. I feel like he could probably beat Lomachenko, but I don't know, man. Like, you could force that fight to happen, you know. Look, man, Joe, one thing Mikey, he could never beat 2 fighters. That's Crawford and Errol Spence. He could never beat these 2. Now, with Thurman and Danny Garcia and all them guys, that's questionable. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could probably do something, but how you doing, sweetie? All right. I got you.
It's got some sort of thing on it.
Which one?
See what it says?
Yeah, that should work. Just
Skip.
Did it work?
No.
Oh, yeah? I don't know what's wrong with it. You can come back later.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Hold up, man. Mikey need to quit that shit. Like I said, he could beat. Probably he got a chance versus Danny and Keith Thurman slightly, but that's about it. David Streets, he said, do you think Mikey duck Loma? I think it's more of Bob Arum, but I feel like if you lose to Loma, it's like, okay, you got no excuses. You lose to Errol Spence, oh man, much respect for taking the fight. You get a huge payday, maybe a bigger payday. Matter of fact, it is a bigger payday than a Lomachenko fight. And, you know, like I said, you got an excuse of losing the fight. It's like that Kell Brook effect. You know, I'm going to go and get my ass beat by Golovkin and say, hey, he was just too big for me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, man. You know, 3 through. Like, I understand if you don't got no competition in your division, you trying to move up. But if you got somebody calling Lomachenko pound for pound #1, why wouldn't you pursue that fight like at all costs? Like that's my question. I don't know if he ducked the fight or not. You know, I can't say because I know Bob Arum, man. He out here, he be doing people dirty. David Streets. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He did the same shit with Golovkin. Kell Brook. I mean, like I said, if you unify the division and you move up a weight, I got no problem with that. If Kell Brook beat all the welterweights and moved up to fight Golovkin, I got no problem with that. If Mikey unified and beat Lomachenko and then decided to move up a weight, I mean, shit, that's pound for pound status. Go ahead, try to be great. But when you out here, like I said, we don't even know if you're the best in your own division because you ain't beat Lomachenko. And that's a true 50-50 fight. Like, I ain't trying to see you fight no damn Errol Spence because I already know that's a guarantee ass whooping. How you doing, fam? All right.
Can I get a pack of the 4-5% mint jewel pods?
Huh?
The 4-5% mint jewel pods. God, that's fucking hard to say. That's absurd. Thanks. Good boss.
Three through said I was, yeah, I don't want to see no damn Golovkin Canelo 3, man. We already seen enough of that. And I mean, it ain't like Golovkin gonna get any better. Like what he gonna do that's different? He does the same old shit. Throw jabs all night and try to find a big punch. Doesn't move his head. Waits for you to throw, then it's his turn. You know, I don't see like I don't with Golovkin, you don't see no countering. Like you don't with fighting Golovkin, you don't gotta worry about counters like that. He will counter you if he can, but you don't gotta worry about him, you know, slipping a punch and then coming with a punch and countering you on some Mayweather shit. You ain't gonna see that. So like I ain't trying to see that either. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather see Canelo fight Andre. I mean Andre, he's staying active, so that's a good thing. So we'll see how elite he is. So that's why I want to see that fight, or Charlo versus Canelo, or Andre versus Charlo. But I don't think that fight gonna happen. I mean, Golovkin, he got a new trainer, but what's that new trainer gonna do? Like I said, like they say, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You know, if you got a dog that's already like 8 years old and you're out here trying to teach him how to sit down, how to go pee outside and shit, he ain't gonna listen to you. You gotta teach him when he a baby. Yeah, 3 through. Yeah, he got. I mean, he a silver medalist, but 3 rounds is different from a 12 rounds because 12 rounds you gotta adjust. Sometimes with 3 rounds, if you got a lot of power with work rate, you could pull it off. But with 12 rounds, you gotta adjust. You know, you gotta probably adjust 3 times during the fight. I mean, I didn't see Floyd Mayweather adjust like 3 times in a round. Like so, you know, it's a different thing between the pros and the amateurs. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Andre, he in a good position because he got the last belt, but Andre don't use his footwork like that. See, Canelo don't like people that move around a lot, and he don't move around like that. So I feel like Canelo probably fight him. If Andre look bad in his next upcoming fight, that's all he needs to get that Canelo fight. I'm telling you. What's up, man?
We get 20 on one.
How much you owe me?
19.
For real?
Shit, man.
You talking about Abel? Oh shit, yeah. People, man, Abel talking about defense don't matter. That's why they leaving his ass. Look, man, I ain't trying to get hit. Appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm a fighter and I hear that shit, I'm like, man, you ain't in there fighting. I'm in there fighting. I ain't trying to get no brain damage and shit. Like, so, like I said, Abel, man, he need to think before he says things like that. You know, he gonna fuck around and lose his whole stable. Like Sanchez, Abel Sanchez, I think it's Sanchez. Abel Sanchez, he done said so many things like that don't even make sense. I mean, he talking about it's all about excitement, blah blah blah. You got Golovkin fucked around, left your ass. You talking about Golovkin is all about money? Well, shit, he about money for real, cause he didn't want to give you your cut, and I think he didn't want to give him his cut because what the things he was saying and the pressure he was putting on Golovkin. You know, I mean, they promoted themselves as a Mexican style, but you go in that ring, you trying to be Muhammad Ali and shit. Jab and move, like, nah, bruh. Go in with that Mexican style shit. Go in there and mix it up. Go in there on some Chavez shit. How you Mexican style and don't go to the body? Errol Spence is Mexican style. He went, on Mikey Garcia, he went Mexican style, for real. That's Mexican style if you're going to call that, you know, Mexican style with defense. Yeah, I mean, Golovkin, he a super serious dude for sure. Who's 5'8"? I hope Golovkin ain't 5'8". I thought Golovkin was. Oh, Canelo. Yeah, man. That's why if he fight Andre, man, that's a huge disadvantage. Because Andre could use his reach. You know, and Andre could fight in the inside. That's one thing about Andre. He comfortable fighting in the inside. That's why that's a dangerous fight for Canelo. Just thinking about that. You know, the dude is like 6'2". I don't know who's taller, Charlo or Andre. But sometimes Charlo doesn't even fight tall. But Charlo, he realized that jab, so he maintained his distance very well. And Andre, like I said, he could fight in the pocket as well, so. Yeah, but I don't know if Smith gonna get that fight, to be honest with you. But anyways, as far as, oh yeah, so Andre a little taller. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I feel like an inch don't matter as far as height. I feel like reach matters more than your height, because you could hit your opponent at a distance that he can't hit you. Meanwhile, height, you just punch it up or down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You could practice that during the mitts. You know what I mean? So, but I feel like with Canelo and Charlo or Andre, that's a huge advantage. How you doing?
Like more for menthol silvers down to the left there.
This.
Up, over to the left, menthol silvers.
Oh, this.
Yeah, that's it. And then a pack of regular Marlboro silvers too.
All right. Oh yeah. Hey, can you remove the card here? Appreciate it. All right, go ahead. Thanks, sir. Take care. But yeah. I got Prograde. That's a hell of a fight though. I don't know. Taylor got them skills, you know, so we'll see. You know, but Taylor, he could fight. But I feel like, you know, Prograde, he could fight as well, so that'd be a nice fight. Maybe the winner of that could fight Crawford, and then Crawford won't be so left out. Yeah, but he got a lot of power, you know, and he seemed like he got a nice IQ. How you doing, fam? Oh, it ain't made yet. I thought I pressed it. It ain't made yet. Oh damn, I thought I pressed it. And it's on, yeah, just press that button. But anyways, it was nice chatting with y'all. Salute to everybody in the chat, and I'm I'm dropping a video on Keith Thurman and Pacquiao. I don't think people gonna like that shit. As far as the Keith Thurman fans, they're gonna be on my ass. But listen, I'm a Keith Thurman fan too. But shit, they better have on that contract that if you win this fight, you fighting Pacquiao, cause he might retire after that shit. Man, Keith Thurman, man, he let me down for real, for real. I mean, talking all that shit, and he backed. I mean, he just didn't live up to what he was saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like mentally, I feel like his energy is off. Don't duck me, son. What happened to all that shit? So, Keith Thurman is somebody who let me down for real, for real. You know, because he didn't even go in the ring and lose. He just, like, saw Errol, because he always wanted to fight Floyd. And then when you got the pound-for-pound equivalent, which is Crawford, you don't want to fight that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, when, you know, so it was just all about the money then. When you got Danny Garcia moving up to the weight, he talking about, oh, I'm going to welcome Danny Garcia. And then when it's Crawford, oh, he got to prove himself. Like, huh? That don't even add up. Why you don't welcome Crawford? And then he's talking about, go fight Amir Khan. You saw what he did at Amir Khan. Stop playing. No water. That's why. Yeah, I think. What you mean? Like nothing coming out? Oh no, it's no, it's coming out. See, if there's no water, we need Jesus. Yes, sir. Have a good day, fam. Nice chatting with you. And I'm about to go off this live, man. I gotta go to work. You know what I'm saying? So everyone have a great day. Ramadan Mubarak to all my brothers out there. Congratulations to Rock Williams. He made us all proud. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother. And